Okay, so it's about half an hour before we need to leave. Fiona's been walked and had her dinner. We're both getting cleaned up. I've actually got I'm all dressed up now. And these are out of the oven. So the first thing I noticed, and I'm going to talk about it right away, is that there was definitely a difference between the Pillsbury and the house brand. There's a photo above this, which you've probably looked at already, but this is the difference in size. Pillsbury, house brand. Now, I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, maybe it'll be the difference because of the filling, but these are both the same filling. I actually switched for the second pan I put in. And if you're wondering about the pepperoni did the same thing. Pillsbury, house brand. So, in the grand scheme of things, not a huge difference, but pretty big difference. We also actually, for our dinner, used one of each to do a hot dog in like a pigs in blanket kind of thing. I didn't tell Christopher which was which. And so while we were eating, I said, so what do you think? Is one different than the other? And he was like, well, they seemed about the same. Then he bit into the second one because they looked kind of decently the same. Bit into the second one and said, oh, this one's a lot flakier. That was the Pillsbury one. And I think that we probably had some foreshadowing on that, since when I was breaking open the tube, it actually exploded. Whereas the other one just kind of went, bah. So, yeah. It was a softer dough from the outset. Not really a surprise in the long run. So I think in future, if I'm going to do this, I will spend the extra 50 cents to $1 per tube to get the Pillsbury. It just seemed it lived up to expectations a little bit better. However, that being said, I'm going to try one of the end bits. This is a Pillsbury end bit. And this one is a non-Pillsbury end bit. Both baked in the same batch, so they're both the same, about the same color. The non-Pillsbury didn't get quite as golden as the Pillsbury, but they have the same color on the bottom. So we're going to see. We're going to do them right back side to side. Okay, here we go. I will say the olive and feta is really nice. Let's try the other one. Okay. House brand, definitely not as flaky. Also, a little bit greasier. I would have thought the pepperoni one would be greasier, but actually the one with the house brand one with the feta and olive feels a little bit greasier. That's how this one looks. That's how this one looks. They honestly don't look that different when you look at the texture. But when you're eating it, the house brand one definitely doesn't feel as flaky, and it definitely feels a little greasier. So, there's your answer, because I'm sure that was just a burning question from the very beginning of this blog post. Right? Anyway, so there we go. I did not make a dip. I thought about doing a dip like a marinara because of the pepperoni. But then I thought, but there's two different kinds. And I couldn't think of a dip that would go with both of them, so I'm not doing a dip. They're just going to be as they are. So I'm not going to dunk in anything. But I do have a little bit of a Coke that I'm going to wash it down with. All right, there we go. Yay! I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back here next week. And let me know if there's anything you want to see, if you want to hear about, if you want to try. I'm always open to suggestions, so please let me know. And as I said, in the meantime, I'll see you in a week.